Hey y'all, it's Yvette, and I have a few things to say. Okay, so I'm sitting down to record this message for you guys for my I Got Something to Say little series that I'm trying to keep up with every month. Sorry, every week. Some weeks are harder than others, if I'm being completely honest. And if there's one thing you guys know about me, it's that I'm always probably a little too honest when I come on to make videos for y'all. And of course now, typical Yvette style, you know, turn on the waterworks. I'm trying really hard not to do that because regardless of what the people who I know, let me just say that first, that I know love me and care for me as I am. There are other people out there that judge me on that, and there's absolutely nothing I can do about it. And that's okay. I mean, it's not okay, but it's okay. Do you know what I mean? Like, things just are what they are. And for that reason, you know, I have been trying to, not only for that reason, for lots of reasons really, but I've been trying to sort of scale back doing things like that. There was a period of time when doing that was pretty cathartic for me, and it helped me to get things out. And I'm here to tell you that if for any reason you have mental health concerns, regardless of what they are, some are pretty serious, some really aren't, but are very heavy on our own hearts. Just to know that you can talk about those things. I know there was a long period of time when you were kind of, it was frowned upon to talk about that, or to acknowledge that maybe you needed a little bit of help in one regard or another. And, you know, I'm really grateful that I'm, you know, at the time in my life when I really needed that help, and I still do, okay, full disclosure, I didn't feel like I was being judged for needing help. And so in that regard, I recently started seeing a therapist, which was something that I had always told myself that I needed. I kept thinking, I really need this. I need this. I have the best friends. That being said, I've also learned the hard way that it's probably not a good idea to share everything with everyone. I've definitely been burned, and so I am actively learning from that. I didn't want to do this. I'm actively learning from that. So now, a lot of the things that go on in my life, I share with my therapist. as I was saying, I do have really great friends, and I know that if I truly need someone to talk to, I have no shortage of people I can talk to. But things have happened in my life. To make me regret some of the things that I have shared with some people. Because now I have, because now I have to worry about if someone might decide that they want to hurt me, which they absolutely could. Can I just say this was not the direction I thought this was gonna go? All of this was not my intention. Sometimes I sit here and I start talking to you guys, and it just, things come over me, and I, and then I just let things out. So all that being said, it was just to say that, I am definitely like everybody out there, because I think we are all a work in progress. If we ever feel like we're done, then we're done. And we shouldn't let that happen. I don't ever want to let that happen. I want to be open to new experiences and new, just new ideas, new things. Not new food, I'll tell you that. But but lots of other things. And so as I have been growing as a person and learning more about myself, trying to do self-exploration and find out why do I do the things I do, and what's a better way for me to run my life, run my business, run just everything. Things happen. And one of the things that has happened right now, like right at this moment, these things are happening. Things are happening now that got set into motion last summer. So last summer, as most of you know, my husband's employer asked us to move to Denver, and so we did. And we had 2 months to get over here. So it was a lot of, I had to reshift a lot of things, and that it feeds into other aspects of me and who I am, and I'll get to that. But the thing was that was a huge thing. We have moved before, obviously. You guys know we lived in Australia for 3 years. That was wonderful. One of the most wonderful times of my life. So the actual moving was not really a problem, but it was the first time that I was having to move with a business. I'd never had that before. Before it was, sure, I had a job, but then, I just left my job and followed Jim, and then, got another job, and, fast forward. So having to move a business was difficult, and it was also a difficult time to do that. I was still coming off of, a challenging time in my life. So, and then we move out here, and I thought, I'd really like to try to have retreats out here in Colorado. Colorado is beautiful. It's a great destination. It's smack in the middle of the country, pretty much. And it's easy to get to. There are lots of places we could go, and, we had all these things going on. So, but with the move, you know, I was, not only did we have to pack up a household, but then we moved the household. We had 4 cats to move. I had a business to move. Jim was not working at the time. So he was being, you know, sent out of town. And so a lot of the things fell on me. And that always happened in the past when we would move, but it wasn't such a big deal because I just, you know, had a job outside the home. Or I would, you know, even if like when we got to the other side, I would take a couple weeks, get the house situated, get everything settled in, and then, you know, get another job and move forward. Very different when in the middle of all of it, you're trying to run a business. And I didn't have anyone to help me. It's just me. So things that I wanted to do just kept getting pushed off and pushed off and pushed off. But at the same time, getting pressure about, well, when are you going to do this? You said you were going to do this. When are you going to earn this money? Are you going to earn money here? Are you earning money yet? Do you have income coming in? And answer to all that was no. Still pretty much no, just to let you guys know. It's very difficult. The economy is not easy right now. I don't even think that I had time to breathe enough to realize what the economy really was like. And so that's been sort of a learning moment right now. The whole purpose of me making this particular video was to talk about the retreats that I had planned for this summer. You guys, huge part of me wanted to just ignore what is happening and not have to talk about what is happening and act like everything's fine. At the same time, everything's fine. It's fine. In fact, hold on. It's a little applique that I picked up. That's me. I think you guys have seen some variation on that in lots of places. And I keep saying that I'm going to make that shirt for myself, or I'm going to buy a shirt or something like that, because that's totally me, you guys. That's like me up to here. I mean, that's to a T. But I finally decided, you know what? I am going to realize and tell myself that the things that are happening are not because I lost a popularity contest, or it's not that I'm a failure, or it's not that any of those things, none of those things. But the fact of the matter is, I have a retreat that is going to be coming up from June 23rd to the 26th. It's going to be 3 days of lots of fun sewing, and I was prepared to have 15 people register for the retreat and come and sew with me. And the truth is, I got 4 people. After that, I have planned a retreat in oh my goodness. So my first retreat is in Boulder. Sorry, the towns just get, okay, the Breckenridge. Okay, so the second one was in Breckenridge, and that one was coming up. Now, when you are signing contracts with resorts for any sort of like a conference or something like that, you have a certain cutoff date where you can cancel it Now, when you cancel it at any time, your penalty is at least 50% of whatever it is that they were expecting to make from your event. And then the closer you get to the event, if you cancel, then it goes to 75%. I should put my hand going up. And then, and then higher even than that if you wait and wait and wait and wait. So what happened was I got to the cutoff where if I would have waited any longer, I would have been in the 75% penalty phase. So I made the decision for my Breckenridge retreat and for my retreat in Copper Mountain to postpone them. So luckily, the retreat centers, it's not even a retreat center. I'm actually having them at a resort here in Colorado. Like I said, one in Breckenridge and one in Copper Mountain. And they're beautiful. They're gorgeous. It's going to be so much fun. But when I got to the, the very tail end of only having a 50% penalty, I still had, no one had signed up for the retreat, for either one of those retreats. So Breckenridge and Copper Mountain, I had no one enrolled to come. So I had to make the difficult decision. I spoke to my, y'all, words, travel agent. I'm gonna call her travel agent because that's basically what she does for me. But she basically is like a go-between between me and the resorts so that we can like come to a mutual agreement that everyone is happy with. And so when I went and I spoke to her, I asked her if she would go to them on my behalf to ask them if they would allow me to push the retreats out to next year. And I feel very blessed because both resorts are allowing me to do that. So, so you'll be seeing that pretty soon. I'm going to be putting up the first retreat, which is going to be in Breckenridge. Oh no, the one in Copper Mountain is the one I'm going to put up first. So the one in Copper Mountain is now going to be next year, September 12th to the 15th. And I'm going to put that up. And like I said, just like with my original retreats, I offer financing. So you can take the entire year to pay for the retreat if you would like to come, and it's interest free. So you're not going to have to pay extra if you need to break down, the cost. And so everything is going to come back up with the new dates. So the retreat for Boulder, still very happy to be doing that one. I'm going to just embrace the fact that we are going to be a very small group of ladies, and we are just going to be able to get to know each other that much better. So I'm really happy about that one. If you are coming to the retreat in Boulder, I can't wait to meet you. We're going to have such a great time. I'm in the middle of planning everything and getting everything settled for us to have just a wonderful time at the retreat. So never fear on that. I'm not going to cancel on you or anything like that. And, we're still going to have a great time. So I'm looking forward to that. I am really, really looking forward to that. And like I said, just kind of keep an eyeball out. If you are not already signed up for my newsletter, you can find a link in my description box below where you can sign up for the newsletter, and you'll be informed anytime I'm having anything going on, whether it's an in-person retreat, a virtual retreat, a sale in my shop, anything that I have going on, you will know about it. And so please sign up for the newsletter so that you'll be informed. So that being said, that, you guys, me sharing this is really big for me, because I could have, you know, dug a hole and buried myself in the dirt and just thought, you know, what a failure I am. But one thing I can tell you is I am not a failure. I don't give up. None of this is a reflection on me. And and you know what? I'm gonna be fine. I'm fine. I really am. I'm fine. And you know, as I was saying a little bit earlier, when I was talking about you know, when we got, you know, sort of like pulled up and move, and I had my business to move, and I had all of that kind of stuff, which I'd never had to do before. One of the things that happened was a lot of the things that I had planned that were like in my head, and I wish I could say it was on a calendar, because I'm trying to discipline myself now. And I've been working on this for the past couple months, but I've been working to discipline myself to creating a calendar where I have, instead of making decisions at the last second, I'm trying to look in the long term. I'm trying to say, okay, hey, next year in, you know, for Valentine's Day, I want to do this, right? And I want to, and so like a year out, I know that sounds crazy, but really, I want to be planning. I want to already go, okay, I'm doing this, then let's all the steps, right? So I'm going to write down, if I am doing this thing, here are all my tasks and which ones need to be done first, and then put them in order, and then break it down. And so, I mean, I'm saying all of these things out loud, but these are things that, you know, I for the past like couple years or so, I've just been like keeping it in my head. And then what would happen inevitably is I forget. What did I say that I was going to, what did I want to do? Oh, wait a minute. It's almost Valentine's Day, and I know I said I was going to do blah, blah, blah. I don't have that ready. I better do that right now. And then I would, right? And so I have been feeling so much that my life has been running me. So I'm trying to really change that, because, you know, when I think back and I look at things, I'm thinking, you know, all of the circumstances that I let happen to me, because I could sit here and I can say, gosh, I'm such a fly by the seat of my pants girl, and I am, but that's not what you need. And I want to be an inspiration for you. I want to be a person that you can count on to have things ready for you. I want to guide you through foundation paper piecing, sewing in general. Because, I mean, even though, yes, foundation paper piecing has been the thing that has it's been my passion for a number of years now, for like 3 years now. what this year has taught me is that in quilting, things revolve, right? Like things, they come and then they go and then they come back, and then they go and then they come back. And this year, it seems like people are just coming out of the woodwork wanting to do foundation paper piecing. And I have to realize that if I want to be your go-to for foundation paper piecing, then I need to prove to you that you can count on me. And so that's been very big for me. Past couple months or so, it's, all of these things, like all of those things about me that, you might think, oh, it's so quirky and it's so cute. Yvette's so cute. It's not cute if people can't count on you. And that's the thing that has been driving me to try to discipline myself so that I can be the person, the teacher, the leader that you want me to be, that you need me to be, and that I want to be for you, to be honest. Now, I just said all of those things, and I want to let you know that first and foremost in my mind is that there is plenty of room for a lot of us to be foundation paper piecing. So I'm not trying to say that all of these other people should not be in that part of quilting, right? I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. There's no reason why they can't be a whole bunch of us doing it. But I have to try to find the people who are going to want to be with me and in my group and following me and counting on me to be not only a teacher and a leader, but your friend, which I hope that for those of you guys who have been watching me for a long time, that you know that if nothing else, I am your friend. I am honest with you guys. I would give you the shirt off my back if I could. I would give you everything if I could. And that's, if I'm being honest, that kind of doesn't make me a very good entrepreneur or, businesswoman or whatever, because it's very tough. It's tough. But I'm learning and I'm growing, and I'm trying to be that kind of person so that I can grow my business and so that I can continue in this business. Because, fact of the matter is, no matter what's going on with the economy, I am still part of that economy, and I still need to earn a living too. So that can be tough. That can be tough because for me, it's hard for me. And I know for a lot of people, it's hard. And that can be like the toughest part of being in business, to be honest. So, if you haven't already signed up for my newsletter, I really hope you'll consider doing that. If you're not already a subscriber to my YouTube channel, I hope that you'll consider doing that. And I will continue to make videos. Hopefully, most of my videos are not real serious like this, they'll entertain you for sure. I can be quite an entertaining person, and I hope that you'll also consider going and checking out the retreats that I'm going to have next year. In fact, obviously, there's still space this year if you'd like to come to Boulder. So you can go to YvetteReneCreations.com and look at the Boulder retreat. See if it's something that you might like to do. I'm still accepting people if you'd like to come. We're going to have a great time. And if nothing else, just go and check out the ones that I'm going to have next year, which are going to be in Breckenridge and Copper Mountain, which are two gorgeous areas of Colorado. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Love you guys.